Welcome. In today's video, we will dive into the concepts of amortized cost assets and assets measured at fair value, focusing on their impact on liabilities and options. When an entity measures transferred assets at amortized cost, the associated liability is measured at its cost, adjusted for the difference between that cost and the gross carrying amount of the transferred asset. If there's a written put option or a held call option, the key date to consider is the expiry date of the option. If the option is exercised, any difference between the carrying amount of the associated liability and the exercise price will be recognized in profit or loss. Now let's move on to assets measured at fair value. When an entity holds a call option and this prevents the transferred asset from being derecognized, the asset is measured at its fair value. The associated liability is then measured based on the option terms. If the option is in or at the money, the liability will be the exercise price minus the time value of the option. On the other hand, if the option is out of the money, the liability is the fair value of the transferred asset minus the time value of the option. This ensures that the net carrying amount of both the asset and the associated liability aligns with the fair value of the call option. For instance, if the fair value of the asset is rupees 80, the exercise price is rupees 95, and the time value of the option is rupees 5, the carrying amount of the associated liability would be rupees 75, and the transferred asset would still be valued at rupees 80. By following these methods, entities can accurately reflect the value of both the asset and the liability on their financial statements. Thank you for watching.